Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm reviewing The Striker by Ana Huang. This is the first book of Anna's new series called Gods of the Game, and I've been so excited to get to know Asher. He has been a regular mention in these author's books, and I really needed to see him fall in love and to understand him. Asher Donovan is a living legend, the darling of the Premier League, the arguably greatest footballer in the world. But his reckless antics and recent team transfer have caused much controversy, and when his feud with his rival turned teammate costs them a championship, they are forced to bonds during during an off-season cross training. Surviving the summer shouldn't be hard until Usher meets their new trainer. She's beautiful, talented, and no matter how hard he tries, he can take his mind off of her. The only problem, she is his rival sister and completely off limits. Scarlett Dubois is a former prima ballerina whose career was cut short by a tragic accident, now a teacher at the prestigious dance academy, but still haunted by the ghosts of her past. The last thing she wants is to spend the summer cross training Asher Donovan, of all people. She swore she would never date a footballer, but when her brother leaves town for an emergency, she finds herself thrown into dangerously close proximity with the gorgeous, charming striker. Training she can deal with, but falling in love, that's out of the question, especially when he is the only person with the power to break her heart. So, I'm definitely a fan of this new series. In fact, I feel like I'm a fan of everything Anna writes. Her books feel so hypnotic, and one can simply put them down. And I absolutely loved this new sports universe she created. I'm a big fan of the sport, so I love that the story was connected to it, but it didn't steal the thunder of the whole romance plot. Although there were one or two details that weren't possible in the football world, but I understood them for the plot, so no worries. Anyway, we finally meet Tosher Donovan. Asher Donovan. I've been dying to get to know him since he made his first appearance and mention in the Twisted series. I also wanted to see his dynamic with Sloane, and even though we only got a couple of interactions, I loved it. She was basically the only one that could deal with him in terms of PR. But honestly, what drew me to him was his backstory. We finally learned what made him tick, what was behind the public persona that we were led to believe he was. I adored this relationship with his mom, and I wanted to protect him from his dad's harsh words, which in the end we got a reason for, even though it wasn't justified, as FYI. But his story with his lost best friend broke my heart completely. And I loved how we found comfort and friendship with Scarlett in relation to it. He needed someone that help him. He realized that it wasn't his fault, that he had to live free of guilt, to just live for himself. And Scarlett, what a woman! I'm obsessed with this girl, and I just wanted to get all the success and love she deserved. She was so incredibly strong and brave, but with a side of sassiness that made her a perfect match to deal with Asher's antics. And she was getting over her own personal trauma, and she was trying to get through it. Sometimes in not so healthy ways, but I loved how she wasn't afraid to push through and find happiness as a dancer once again. And these two relationship was just so fucking electric. They had instant chemistry from the very first moment, and I loved how their relationship didn't feel rushed. They took the time to get to know each other, to develop a friendship, and then to just give in to temptation. They were so careful with each other, so understanding and supportive. It just felt super special to see them fall in love. I also absolutely loved the little cameos we had of Sloane and Jules and Josh. Still a little bit jealous over Usher, though. And the new characters. I loved the girls group with Karina and Brooklyn. These three together were a riot, and I can't wait for what's next in store for them. And the football team, especially Vincent's and Asher's friendship. I really loved how it progressed, and it was very much needed for both of them. It was a lot of testosterone, but the football team, and the Dinosaurs Porn Book Club was perfect and an hilarious moment for me, and I just can't wait to see what will happen next. Already super excited to read the next book in this series called The Defender, which will revolve around Vincent and Brooklyn's love story, so that's exciting too. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at ritasbookclub for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings!